So we have a couple of messages for you guys. How to support your small business friends. Give them a shout out. Esto es gratis. We all know somebody who's starting a small business, who has a small business. Maybe they're an entrepreneur. Maybe they just wrote a new book. You know, everybody needs people to dream them up and to hold their vision. Of course, if you feel called to holding the vision, right? Like, don't be fake about it. But everyone needs that support. So how to support your small business friends? What's the next one, Alex?
Well, follow their business page. And, you know, I would say any of their pages, right? Their social media. A lot, I mean, these days, let's be honest, folks will have a website, folks will have social media pages. Maybe you're following the one social media or platform that you know, use the most. Maybe you're supporting all of that person's pages. But let me tell you something, every little bit is so helpful. I mean, to have people just like your platform or support whatever it is that you are selling or building makes such a difference. It really energizes whatever they are doing.
Absolutely. And this one, tell a friend. A lot of us use this hotline to communicate messages real fast. We know we have family members that whenever there's some hot bochinche, people already in Puerto Rico know it before everybody here in New York finishes even hearing about it. So that shows me that we have the mechanism to be able to use these beautiful words and our potentiality to share, you know, something good. Hey, you know, Cozy, our friend Cozy sells the most beautiful, natural, clean, aromatic soaps. He is an entrepreneur. He makes beautiful scented soaps. If you want to support his business, if you're looking for a beautiful gift that is going to just invigorate your senses, go visit Cozy at Cozy's Pure Soaps and purchase some of those soaps. For example, something like that.
That was a really great, you know, taking the opportunity and the initiative to tell the community, tell a friend. So let me see,
we just told the community that's tuning in.
You already told the community / friends, you've already followed his pages, and you gave him a shout out. So you kind of all did all three at the same time. Very good.
Also, I want to do a shout out to Red Daywalker. Shout out, he's a good friend of Cafecito. He's one of those brothers that, you know, he supports the Perez sisters and our growth, and we really appreciate that. So we're taking a moment to throw that appreciation right back to him and also to our friend Eric Soto.
Thank you so much. It's been nice to adopt you into the community.
Welcome to the familia. All right. Here is one that people are still needing a little bit more practice with.
Good one. Yes. Another great way to support a young business or entrepreneur is to engage with their posts. And let's talk about what engagement really means.
I was just going to ask you that question.
Look at that, we're on the same page. Well, definitely, I think most people feel that if we just see a post and we like it, that we've engaged and that is enough. However, what are better, more amplifying things that we can do instead?
Write a comment, not just a cute little face, not just 2 little words, a little tiny sentence. For some reason, the algorithm has caught on that some people in their wanting to support, that when they put just a couple of emojis, they're not reading that and counting it as something that's going to count, even though I say it should, because you're still taking the time to acknowledge that person's post. But upon further investigations, we've learned a couple of words go a long way. Someone who does that so amazingly in our community that we want to shout out, he makes sure he doesn't just leave one sentence, but maybe 3, is
our friend Robert from the Bronx. He won't just leave 1 comment or 2. Sometimes he will go all the way up to 5. And he will make it very clear that he is being supportive and energizing the space. Now, mi gente, we're not saying that, you know, go out and feel forced to have to write 5 different comments, but like my sister said, just, you know, maybe take a few more seconds, you know, to write out what that emoji would have been, you know, because I think a lot of times people write emojis because they really feel something behind it, you know, maybe you wrote something funny and they put a laughing emoji, right?
But I do that all the time.
And me too, but maybe let's try to practice, and this is a muscle, again, we all have to build. Some of us maybe are a little better at it than others, but instead of the laughing emojis, explain what made you laugh about the post, you know, and somehow that would be a little bit more energizing. Because, you know, these algorithms, they just don't necessarily help us when we're trying to build and grow.
And keep in mind, right, like even though, and you see this happens to all pages, no matter how big or how small they are, the algorithm constantly wants to be fed attention. And then the algorithm is constantly switching on people. It isn't necessarily to the benefit of whoever's posting, because remember, these things benefit from your eyeballs, your attention, and ultimately they're looking to make money. So if they can get you to invest in their platform with like buying promotions, etc., that's what they're wanting to do. So keep that in mind, that one of the ways that we can support each other, because we're all sort of like in these little empty pockets in social media, and then people get mad at each other because they're like, but I posted that, you didn't see it. No, I didn't see it. You know how many people we know have fights with their friends because someone posted vacation pictures and was waiting for the other one to comment on the 200 pictures that they posted, and they didn't see not one picture? Well, the algorithm didn't show it to you, but then that person's thinking, but I have 10 friends and you're one of them. What do you mean you didn't see it? I know you're online all of the time. Next thing you know, there's this big bochinche between you and your friend over assumption.
Mm-hmm. So I would say that's another great thing to add. Just, you know, if you feel some sort of way, like why isn't such and such fulana de tal liking my stuff or commenting, you know, chances are pretty big, they just have not seen it. And it's, yes, a very frustrating thing, especially when, you know, you work, you know, sometimes, like you said, is vacation, something like light, but you know, when you really work on something, a video, a post, and then you're like, where are la gente? We get it.
How come people didn't see this extraordinary video?
That's right. It's like, what's going on?
What's going on? So keep that in mind. I mean, look,